I'm going to do a PS4 regular today. I've only done one of these before. And I know it was really challenging, actually, first time I did it. So, I don't know. We're going to see if we can do it a little bit better this time. The challenging part are these ground planes right here, and they're really, really hard to get off for some reason. They're like ridiculously hard. So I don't. Let's just go and see what we can do with this thing. We're gonna use heat. We're gonna use a big soldering iron, and we're gonna try not to melt anything. Hopefully. So I'm just putting some Kapton on things right now, and then because I don't want to jack anything else up while I'm doing this, because probably gonna use quite a bit of heat. Alright, so let's see, what do we do here? I think I might just blast it first and see if we can get this thing going, like super high heat or something like that. See if we can. The other problem is that this thing is so big that it's kind of hard to work with. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of do this, and then I'm going to turn up my heat here. I'm going to go all the way to the max, 500. Let's see what we can do first, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna look under my microscope, but you guys can see without the microscope. So I can get my things focused. I don't even know if this is gonna work, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing here, but so I'm at 500 degrees Celsius, and I think I might put some low melt on there or something. I'm not really sure at this point. Let's just see what I can do real quick first with super high heat, so I can make this penny red. I just want to see if I can melt this first, and then if I can melt it, then I'll go to the other side and make sure I don't pull any pads on the little connector. I just want to see how much heat it takes. So, I mean, I'm going at 500 degrees Celsius, and it's not really melting. So, definitely gonna have to put a little low melt or something on it. I mean, this is as hot as it gets right here. Yeah, this is not going, and I don't think it's gonna go. So let's just do this first. Wow, that was hot. Woo. Okay, let's just, you know what? I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna use this little Hako thing. And let's see, let's look at this side now. Okay, so let's just make sure we don't mess up these little pins right here behind. So I'm using, let's see, what is this? Is this low melt right here? This is not low melt. This is low melt. This is cheap low melt. Alright, let me just get the good low melt that I normally use. This right here. And I'm just going to pop a lot of it on, maybe. See what happens. So I got my big Hako here. Little solder paste, little low melt solder paste. Hope I'm doing the right port. I'm like doing the Ethernet port. That'd be bad, right? Okay, so low melt is all over that, and then let's just low melt this too, might as well. Low melt the crap out of it. This might be too big, I don't know. This little nozzle right here. Damn it. Time for another tube of... Oh shit. Where's my low melt at, man? Alright, low melt, lots of low melt. Okay, so let's see. It's a little bit hard to work with this thing. Damn thing. We're doing macro soldering. No. Micro soldering, macro soldering. Okay, let's flip this mother over, and we'll do this side too, and see if we can get some better results. Okay, I'm running out of Amtech. Okay, so more low melt. Problem is, this thing is so hard. This right here is hard to get off. I know that. First time I did it, I was like, wow, this sucks. So okay, so that's all mixed in right now, and hopefully it gets to the other side. I don't know if it will or not, but we're gonna do our best, my friend. We're gonna do our best. That's all we can do. Then you just kind of hope and pray. All right. So let me put the big mother back. Let's get our heat out. Then we blast this mother again and see what happens. We be gentle. Oh, let me get the big one. Big tweezers, and see if I can just kind of blast it, and then maybe by sheer luck it'll come apart. It might also be beneficial to use a bigger nozzle. Not really sure. So I can see the pins are kind of like popping out, not a problem. But don't think the ground joints are coming up quite yet, at least. I mean, it's kind of wiggling. Okay, it's not bad. I think it's coming. Just need to make sure everything's heated well. Yeah, I hope I don't bust anything. Okay, there it goes. It's definitely moving now, so let's just be careful. Be careful, my friend. It's gonna be death if I get all these pins up. Let's make sure these pins aren't ripping. Oh, bye-bye. No, I'm kidding. I think that's okay. I think it's okay. Okay, let's just be careful, though. I don't know. Worst case is I just don't post this video. The joys of YouTube. Joys of YouTube, sir. Is the hard part getting it up, or is it... What's the hard part here? Get it out? That's the hard part? Boom! I got it. They're still filled with gazunk. No pulled pads or anything, though. What? So getting it out is gonna be really bad. No, but I can just low melt it, right? Don't you think I can low melt it and just get it out? Okay. Alright, well, we're going to learn this together, and we're going to be efficient. And this is going to be a 15-minute job. What do you think, man? Huh? You don't think so? 15-minute job, max. That's what we're going to turn it into. Alright, so I'm going to get my tweezers here, and I'm going to see if I can get some of this excess solder, mainly low melt, really, out of this hole here. I don't know, you guys can't even see it, but now maybe you can see it now. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get this excess solder out with my, you know what, I need a new tube of BS. Yeah, this tube is hard thing. Hard thing. Alright, let's get a new tube, man. Alright, let me pause this real quick while I get a new tube. Alright, I'm back in business. What's up? Okay. Got my new tube here. A VS213. It's the stuff that I always use now. I don't use anything else. This is so much better. So much better than anything else. Okay, so let's see. Let me clean up a little bit because I've got a little bit of a problem here. Okay, okay. So let's see. What am I doing? I need to get the old solder off. So let's just get the biggest wick that we have, and we just start wicking. I should probably get some better wick, some bigger wick. This is micro wick. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Okay. So basically, you just really need high heat. See, this side's not as bad, but I think the reality is, I think what I can do is blow the hell out of it, and then just use my like this. I think I can do this, man. Clean this up a little bit though. I think, let's try something here. Okay, so let's see, I got two. Alright, I'm just going to cut my wick into little pieces here. And then I'm gonna see what I can do in terms of like getting it out, man. So I'm still at 500 degrees. And then we're just gonna kind of go like this and see if we can get this mother. You know what? Let's just do this. I'm still at 500 degrees Celsius. Not sure if I've ever gone this high before on anything. But it doesn't look too bad, man. It doesn't look too bad. Let me see if I can get my wick here. Maybe I can benefit from like lower, a smaller width wick. I need a third hand. Okay, you know what? Let's try a smaller width wick. Let's try this one. And let's do a little fluxy poo too. Let's do a little fluxy poo here. Fluxy poo and lower width wick. I feel like I need to cut it or something because this thing is like just jumping everywhere. You know what? Let's use the Hako. Big Hako. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not too hard. I think you just have to use hot air, like really, really, really hot air. I might even be able to use my tweezers actually, and just kind of like go inside like I normally do. See if that works or not. Well, that's not really working that great, but let me try this. So this is my thicker width wick. This is what I would normally do, is just hold it with tweezers and then with my hot tweezers and kind of go in like that. I can probably just fit this in the hole, really. I haven't even gone on the other side yet, so I mean that's should help too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Inside the hole. Yeah. So I'm kind of trying to do right now. Okay, let's go to the other side, man. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of going back here. Let's go to the other side here. It's maybe easier. Back and forth. Okay. I wick over here, so okay, it's definitely not going to hurt going on this side. You know what? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, man. Here. Yeah, I'm trying to find the best method to do this, and I think maybe if I just go like this, I think that'd be alright. I really should be pushing it the other way, probably, because I don't want that stuff on the top side. I want it on the bottom side. This is not too bad, though. This is not too bad right here. Yeah, this is not bad at all, man. Yeah, this is not bad. Okay, so those holes are pretty open right now. I just need to make sure they're really clear. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, so so use your tweezers to poke it, and then just kind of go out on the edge there and get the remaining stuff. Okay. That's not bad. Okay, so now let's get back to the other side. Make sure it's flat. So I don't know what the hell this is, but check that. I don't even know how big I need to make these holes, but I'm gonna try to clear it as much as I can. The other, yeah, I should just be pushing on the other side because it's really just this side that needs to sit flat. So, okay, that's fine. That looks really like a nice big hole there. Okay, that looks good. Looks good. That looks good. I think we're good, really. Yeah. Let's just clean this up one last time. Okay. Alright, that looks good. So, let's get some IPA and a Q-tip and wash away the VS213. This cleans up so much better than the NT559. I think everybody should be using this. Looks great. This is kind of like sticking up a little bit. It's okay. And then let's clean the other side up too, just for the hell of it. Okay. Okay, let's go get our port and I'll be back. Alright, so it looks like the difference between the slim ports and the regular ports is that the mount is on the other side. So the brackets, you see the mounts right here? They're actually on the other side of the slim. I think that's the difference. I'm not exactly sure, but because they look very similar. So I'm gonna put this in, and really, I think it just really has to be really flat. That's it. Okay, so I stuck it in, and I'm not sure if you guys can see this or not, but let me see if I can bring this out. Maybe you guys can see it a little better. So let's see. So you really, yeah, see how it's flat? You just want to make sure it's flat. Yeah. And then, okay, let's bring this back. Everything lines up fine. So I think maybe what we'll do is, let's see, what are we gonna do first? Okay, I guess we just get this side first. Let's just get the mounts first, make sure everything is intact. Let's just do like crisscross. I think that's probably the best way to do it. So I'm gonna use my Hako again. Lots of flux. Okay. And then I'm just gonna do, yeah, just like that, man. Always shiny joints. You want shiny balls. You always want shiny joints. And you don't really, when you're soldering, you don't really want to put the solder on the actual soldering tip. You want to apply the heat to whatever you're soldering to, and then just let the solder melt so that it flows nicely. But sometimes it doesn't work that well, so you just put it on. It's not a big deal. Okay, so this is good. I might have used a little too much, but it's okay. Alright, so that's good. I'm just going to double check to make sure that there's no gap. If there's a gap, then we're screwed. Okay, there's no gap. Okay, so that's good. And we really want to get to the other side too, so let's apply a little more flux to both sides. Okay. And then we will do the same kind of thing, but I think I think this tip is a little too big, maybe. Well, yeah, let me just change the tip real quick. Hold on a sec, I need to get some pliers. Alright, grab this mother tip out, damn it. I'm gonna change my Hako tip. Ugh. Okay. So my Hako is actually only at 600 degrees Celsius, so I don't know if that's good or bad or what, but alright, so I have another tip now, and this is not working too well. Maybe I'll use my JBC and see if that's any better. It's actually, did I say 600 degrees Celsius? It's 600 degrees Fahrenheit actually. I can't even tell what that looks like. I think maybe the Hako's can be better. This is from micro soldering to big soldering. And I think actually the other tip was better. Yeah, the other tip was definitely better. So let me just go back to the other tip. Stupid. Changing. Just about burnt my finger. So we haven't even gotten to the fun stuff yet, have we? This one's definitely better. Okay. Guys. All right. So I think we're good. This tip is better. Big tip, man. Yeah. Gigantic tip. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get the excess solder off the side of this HDMI port right here, because I don't think there's really any. I mean, you know what? I guess a curved big tip would work well, like a huge curved big tip. So maybe I'll look into that or something. I don't know. Okay, that's not bad. All right, so. Okay, so I think. All right, so I think we're good here. I think I'm just gonna kind of tidy it up a little bit and then get the joints. Yeah, I think we're good here. Let me just double check here. Looks good. That looks really good. Okay, so now to the easy part. I say easy, but I hope it's not that hard. Alright, I'm just going to go back to my other 1mm tips. Okay, so I am back to my 1mm tips here. And then I'm just going to do this. Okay. So flux it. Flux it. Okay, and then okay. Let's dabble the old one away, and then we're in business. Maybe. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so that may be a little too much. All right. So no, so the bridging is going to be a pain in the arse. Just make sure you use lots of flux and So I guess if you get a bridge, you just kind of like wipe the tip off and then go back at it, and then just make sure you use lots of flux. Like this right here is like kind of bent, so you want to make sure they're all. And you really don't want to use too much solder. I think that's kind of the secret too. Or you know what? You can probably stick your tweezers in between or something like that, and I mean, for the most part, I think you're going to be fine. Like this is not really even straight, I think. So these aren't really holding it in place, it's the anchor points that are holding it. So these really just need to make a connection, it's not going to like provide any let's see. Kind of bent up a little bit. So I think that's good, really. I mean, let's just get a little IPA in there, clean it up, and then check it out. Yeah, these are solid. These are really all solid. I don't see any bridges. I don't really see any bridges, and yeah, this is good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my heat down to 250 with 59, and then get a clean Q-tip with some IPA. Then I'm going to blast it. See if I can get some of the flux out. So low heat, blast, and see if we can get some of this flux out here. Lots of IPA. So yeah, I mean, this VS213 is just so much easier to clean than the NC559. So I would just I would just switch. Yeah, if you're using NC559, just get rid of it, because this is the stuff that you want to use, my friend. You might have to use a few Q-tips. Oh, that's definitely not the prettiest right there. Let's take this Kapton off. That is definitely not the prettiest. Okay. I think we're looking pretty good. How long did that take? About 37 minutes, give or take. Clean this up a little bit, man. Can't send this stuff back looking like a slob. No components missing or anything. A little extra low melt there. Get rid of that. Let's get one more Q-tip. See if we can get all the flux off, because nothing worse than giving something back and then like 10,000 things of flux on it. No missing components. We're all good. I don't think I'm really going to be able to test this, so I think I'm just going to have to trust the process here. Is there any way I can test this? Do I have to plug it in or something? It's all good, right? Alright, so there's your finished product. So this is the finished product right here. You can't really see it that well, but see, maybe like this. Let's see. That's not that exciting. Okay. Anyways, this is done. This is nice and solid, and everything looks great. So I think we're gonna call this a day. All right. Thanks for watching. So I just wanted to say thank you for watching this channel, and I wanted to promote our online microsoldering course. We have it hosted at udemy.com, and it's at this point it's 4 hours of video instruction. The reviews are pretty good, and we talk about everything from the basics of an iPhone logic board, and then we have a section on ZXW tools. We have a little section about how to set up your hot air rework station, your microsoldering station, and how to use diode mode. The third part is the 3 most common repairs, which is no touch, no backlight, no charge. And the fourth part is all about data recovery. So if you go through our website, it's $100. And some people say that learning online is not the best way of doing things, or you can't learn microsoldering online. I beg to differ. I don't know about you guys, but I started watching YouTube videos when I first started about 3 years ago, and that's how I learned it. And not only that, but you go to a live course. Some people like live courses, but not everybody has $3,000 to spend on a live course, right? So, and then yes, you're right. You can go to YouTube and watch all these videos, but you're not gonna. When people make these videos, they don't go from A to Z. They usually start from somewhere in the middle because they assume that you watched something earlier on, or one of their earlier videos. So this course is all-encompassing. It has everything from A to Z to help you get started in microsoldering, and we are adding stuff on a weekly, maybe monthly basis, and we're just gonna keep adding to this thing. And so if you want to get started, you could also take a class, but to get your feet wet, I think this is the best thing to do right here, and I vouch for it. Thanks for watching the video. I was also going to say, in order to buy it with a discount, $50 discount, just go to microsoldering.com, click on store, and then it's going to be the first item on here. You click on buy at Udemy, and they'll give you the $50 off. Thanks.